Alright, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be covering everything about the Valtinsu EM5, the pros, the cons, and just everything in general. I have around 350 kilometers on this bike. I might do an updated review once I hit like 1,000 if I don't sell in that time, because I might be selling it for a bigger bike. Anyways, I'm going to be going over the specs for now, and then the pros and the cons. Alright, starting off with the biggest areas, we have the motor here. It's a 3,000 watt peak motor, and it's actually pretty good. Then over here we have a 48 volt battery that's about 20 amp hours, and they say it's 23 but it's actually 20 on all the bikes, like the Yozma and stuff. Real quick, I want to say my bike is like cosmetically modded, but like nothing really changes the performance. So yeah, coming to the back side, we have some pretty big brakes in the back brake is way better than the front one. Back one is like double the power. And then here we have full suspension, and it's like hydraulic suspension, and I think it's really good, soft, but you can put air in the shock but not the fork. I do wish they were adjustable, but it's okay. I mean, it's a budget bike, and there are actually a lot of upgradability for the fork. So yeah, before I move on, putting your feet on the pegs, sometimes you can like hit the kickstand when it's up, so I find that pretty annoying. I wish it was a little bit farther away, but it's not that big of a deal. You can actually open the seat with the key, which is really nice for like an extra safety feature. This is the battery. There's gonna be 2 screws here. I already lost one, but yeah, you just can take it out like that. Really big tip for this bike, really regret not doing it, but put Loctite in like most of the bolts, especially the ones for the brake caliper. I mean, not for these ones. These aren't really important, and like you want to take them out. Areas that are really important, you should definitely do it, because I already lost the brake caliper bolts. Both of them fell off. It kind of caused my rudder to become warped because I was running like one screw and just like messing it up. So moving on to the cockpit, I had to come outside because inside my house was so loud. Here, there's like a key ignition, and once you turn it on, it makes a little noise. Here we have the light and the horn button, but I took my light off because it's such a bad one. The newer models have a better light that's not like a ring light, but yeah. And then here, the screen is like a full color screen, which is actually really nice. Your total kilometers, voltage, and like your top speed. Most people just use the voltage because this is like really inaccurate. Coming over here, we have the full throttle. It's a nice snappy one. And yeah, I just don't have my front brake. So the bike did actually come with a front fender. I took it off, as you can see, but then the brake line goes through here and then onto there. That's pretty much it for the front. I don't know why they have these random red caps. I wish it was black. Unlike the Yozma, the brake calipers aren't red, so I don't know why that's red. Starting off with the pros, I would say one of the pros is the suspension. The shock is honestly better than the forks, but it's still overall really good for a budget bike. Then the second pro would be the torque. It's pretty torquey, and especially with that sprocket, it makes it way better. And the throttle response is really nice too. One of the biggest pros are the brakes. The front one isn't that good, but the back one is, and it locks up the wheel pretty well. And also, like, I would recommend running 2 brakes, but if you really have like the same issues I did, or you want to wheelie, then sure, you can take the front one off. The bike goes around 55 kilometers an hour, and it has around like 40 to 50 kilometers in range, but like, so it really depends on the way you ride, in what mode, and like where. So yeah, but you probably expect like an average of like 30 kilometers. The EM5 also comes with ODI grips, so that's really nice, and it's like pretty grippy, so I would say that's one of the pros too. I also love how the seat comes up. Like, I feel like that's so good because it also allowed me to put my toolkit in there and also like a tracker, and people can't just like take it out. That's all the pros I have. Now let's move on to the cons. I want to say one of the biggest cons is how loud this bike is, and I think that's just because of like how chunky this chain is. But if it didn't have that gear reduction motor, it would have been so much louder. And also, I would recommend taking off the chain guard if yours comes with it. I'm pretty sure Yozmas don't come with it, but if you take it off, it makes a good difference. And over here, there's like a mud guard, and I replaced it with this like Suron one. But it was basically this like flappy piece, and it would kind of hit the tire if you didn't fold it up, which I did, and it kind of fixed the problem. But I just decided to replace it for looks and overall sound. Next up, I would like to say that honestly, it's one of the biggest issues, and I don't know if it's just user error, but the bolts come off so easily, like I mentioned earlier. Like the ones for my brake coming off really cooked my front wheel and just the rotor. So and like everywhere else it does kind of fall off even when I tightened it pretty good, and like I didn't over tighten it at all. But I guess I can just add some Loctite next time. By the way, when you buy the stock EM5, it comes in carbon fiber, so if you don't want that, you can go get the pro version. It's like 2,200 Canadian dollars, and it's honestly way better because it's bigger, it has a more powerful motor, bigger battery, and like a longer swing arm with longer forks. So overall it's such a better deal for the price you're paying, and I think it would be better for taller riders. Bought this bike from Alibaba, but you can buy it from their website if you're in the US. But if you're anywhere else, I'd recommend buying it from Alibaba. And also make sure you use a discount code and just try to find one, because it can take like $200 off your order. Overall, this bike is actually a really nice choice, and I would recommend buying it for sure before prices raise. And it's the exact same as like a Strike Shadow and a Yozma, just like half the price. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and follow my TikTok, which is linked in the bio if you want to see more content about this bike, because I'm always posting daily on there.